Good morning, 9 o'clock straight up. Yo, why do I have you on that screen? April 3rd, 2023. On a Monday morning blues. Actually, I think I'm going to have a good day today, enjoy the day. Well, except for one thing. I'm breaking in a new dentist this afternoon. Because I'd recently turned 65 and did all that Medicare stuff that also involved a new dentist. Let's see about that. I need to get a audio check here. Here we go. Yep, that's working. Pop out chat. Say hello to some peoples. Nick Poverman says, Lance is a very uncommon name these days, but in medieval times, people were named Lance a lot. John Williams, hope you and everyone are having a good start of the week. Thank you, sir. Brian Lightfoot, she said she missed me. Normally that would be a good thing, but she's reloading. Yeah, how about rewording that a little bit? Let's reword that a little bit. She said she missed me. Normally that would be sad, but she's reloading. If a girl's missing you, is that a good... Well, yeah, I guess that... Okay, I get it. That's a good thing because she desires to be with you. You gotta laugh out loud out of me when I read that before the show started. Bobby Warren says, hey, Doug. Zivi Manor says, hi. And over here, let's see, what does it say? 16 people watching now. Hang on. Now, did I come back okay off of mute? Yes. The sound indicator says I am back with you live, and here's an audio check. Off of mute? Yes. Yep. That's a working. So what do I have over here? Channel comments. Let's go to channel comments. I'll scroll down to the bottom of this list. Winter mute. In regards to Saturday's show, it says, sorry I missed all the Dougs. Happy April Fool's Day. And that was with Ken Stout's Zoom homies all coming in with avatars that looked like me. Do I want to zoom that in more? That's kind of a small one. Yeah, there we go. That's better. So, Winter Meat gets a thumbs up and a heart. Pineapple Road, in response to Saturday's show, he was the one who had that laptop that we talked about significantly. And what he tells us, ended up missing the stream, partly due to having to try to recover photos from an SD card that's dying. Thankfully, I was successful, even though the SD card kept kicking out the connection. The firmware... Hang on. I get all choked up talking about Pineapple Road's issue, right? The firmware update for the laptop that I said about installed after the 22H2 beta channel installed. Remember we were talking about his firmware update. Well, it was a little confusing there, thinking that he had to have the firmware update before the 22H2 would install. But here he's clarifying that that firmware update actually happened after the 22H2 beta channel installed, and it was not an optional update. Agreed. I have also seen this, and I did not say that Saturday, I don't think. Yeah, I think we were claiming that they were optional updates. That's not always the case. I have seen BIOS updates, firmware updates, happen with Windows automatic updates without being an optional. It automatically installed the firmware update without asking me. I've seen this on other devices. He goes on to explain, I no longer have that laptop. I gave it to a family member, I guess one that you didn't like very much. No, just kidding. I gave it to a family member who shouldn't run into issues I ran into. And I have decided that with one exception, a very specific device made by Microsoft, I will never buy another ARM64 device unless it becomes the only option. Yeah, the ARM64 was supposed to be the latest and greatest, but has not worked out very well. The page on the Samsung website for the model I had the version with 8 gigabytes RAM. Not what we were talking about on Saturday. I think we saw it as a 4 gigabyte. And this is the website for that. I'll go ahead and put that link into chat for people who might want to go look at that specific link. Pine, whoops, got to get the caps lock turned off. Pine, Apple, Road, Computer. I think I spelled his name right, not sure about that. That's okay, all you're after there is the link for those of you who are interested. Then go back to the comments where we were at. It seems it is either out of stock or discontinued. Did it actually show me that? Accept cookies. Buy now. There's 8 gigabytes. It says, if I go buy now, is it out of stock? Now, I've seen this when you go to websites and they say they're out of stock. You might check back the next day. Carrie Holzman has shown that to us, and I've seen it myself working with other clients. Have I added that to cart yet? I'm not going to buy it. I just want to see if I can. Oh, here it is. Not for sale. I guess that's what they mean. It's out of. I don't think that means out of inventory. I'm going to say they're not selling it anymore. I'm suspecting that's what that means. I now use a Microsoft Surface Go 3, which I haven't had any trouble with. Hopefully my streak of bad luck is finally coming to an end. Wishful thinker. You're still in the computer biz. I think you've mentioned clients, or at least I think your interest in computers is way too intense. You're going to come up with more bad luck, I promise you. Not wishing it on you, it's just hazard of the avocation. Vocation or avocation, whichever it is for you. Chris Garrett says these problems are one reason I do not buy these types of laptops. I'd rather spend more money and get one I can upgrade if I want to. I buy real business laptops. Doesn't that sound a little haughty? Just kidding, Chris. I buy real business laptops from Dell or HP like ProBook or Latitude. They always work fine for me. Just a small bump of the road on my new Latitude. Clean installing Windows required me to put drivers so Windows would see the envy me. I envy you, Chris. Did he really say that? I didn't mean to click on William's channel. Let's see, get a thumbs up and a heart. Did I miss a thumbs up and heart down here? No, I did them. William Dawson says the Pineapple computer, referring to Pineapple Road's computer, is more than likely a computer for school use and limited on the things that can be done on it, as it is cheap and the school supplies the needed school on the internet, so limited memory and low-powered CPU is just fine. I'd go further with that. There's a significant number of my clients who would do fine with that computer because the things they do are not very intense on CPU or memory. Now, my clients who have bunches of applications open and might have I have one client recently, I think I went to close their Outlook and it was like 30 or 50 emails open. And I asked him, why do you leave these open? He says, well, I've got to go back and do something on that or respond to it. So I leave them open. So then I showed him how to flag them for follow-up. So now he's not doing that anymore. And that really seemed to be slowing down his computer, having massive number of emails open. He would also have massive number of Word documents open and a lot of applications. And that's where you need lots of memory and even fast CPU. But for people that are just going to websites, playing YouTube videos, responding to emails, not having massive amount of stuff open, these computers are just fine. So I guess I said all I need to on that. Darren Gilholm says, yes, you have called that other time. Now, I think he was responding to something specifically I said during that video. I don't know what it was, but I want to point out, if you're going to make a comment on a video and it was specifically in response to something I said, if you put the time increment, I'll go back and look and see what you were responding to. But I have no idea, Darren, what you're responding to there. And then William Dawson, Doug, you must have needed a drink after this stream, maybe because of all of the Dougs. Tony Wallow, at least I got a mug out of it. He's referring to Ken Stout's horrible April Fool's prank debrief. Ken Stout and I used the live stream together that you can do from a smartphone. It's a new feature. I heard Alex saying that they had tried it sometime back when it was in beta mode or something like that, and it did not work well, but it did work for us. Now, when we started this video, it's about 10 minutes long. We didn't know, I didn't know that it was going to be side by side, because on the phone we saw ourselves in vertical orientation. As far as I know, it was going to come out in the shorts shelf. But no, it came out as a regular video. If you haven't seen that, oops, nope, I didn't want to go there. I was going to try to show you, try to get the link for it. Oh well, somebody would go do me a favor and put a link in the chat room for that, for people who haven't seen that video if they want to. What happened? Oh, those other comments that are already thumbed up and hearted, they're not showing anymore because I left this screen and came back to it. So I got a thumb up and heart. Tony's comment. Tom K says, thanks for the laugh, guys. Thumbs up and heart. And he says he will help Ken. I had a poll in there too. You know what? I haven't closed that poll. It's still open. We should go look at the poll and see how it's doing. I'm going to take a look over at chat over there. You're not yelling at me that there's something wrong with the stream, because as far as I know, I'm still talking away and the stream crashed. From Ida Rivera. Knew it, Ken. No way you'll quit exactly on April 1st. Feel bad for Alex, though, that he wasn't able to get into Zoom unless he knew about it. He did not. Didn't feel he did something so wrong on Saturday. Yeah, and I've told Alex that in this 10-minute video. I told Alex, no, Alex, you're not on my blacklist at all. Didn't feel he did something so wrong on Saturday. Either was a bit annoying, but not bad as portrayed. Agreed. Anyway, happy it was a prank. Enjoy your show and watching you guys a lot. Watch every day, either on stream or the day after when you stream late. Doug, the pronunciation is perfect now. She's referring to, in that 10-minute video, I gave the correct pronunciation for the cat, the Spanish word for the cat. And I'm saying it's el gato, el gato. Now, the emphasis, I think, is on the G-A, gato. Or is it el gato, where the second, third syllable is more emphasized, accented. Maybe it doesn't matter. Then here, Brian Lightfoot, I think we should put together a goodbye funeral for Ken, similar to the one from the movie MASH for Painless Pole Waldowski, the dentist. Now, that is a cultural reference I don't get. I don't know. Maybe that's something from the movie MASH, their final goodbye movie. I watched it, but I don't remember details like that. And you may have noticed the correct pronunciation for that word. It's not funeral. It's fun for all. Funeral. Like fun-er, not you're dropping the F. Fun for all. Funeral. Instead of funeral. My mother's funeral, we had a lot of fun. I like end of life being an enjoyable celebration type of event. Let's see, got to finish that. Thumbs up and heart. Jeff Ryman says, I think you should still be looking for backup talent. And that was in my, the poll that I put out. Oh, we got to go look at that, I guess. How do I get to that? I go to, I think I know how to get to that. If I go over here to my channel and then go to community, here we get to the poll. Here's the poll. In the Ken Stout live show from last night, April 1st, 2023, I did this poll on Sunday. Ken announced he will no longer be producing content. He insisted that was not an April Fool's Day prank because I feel his show is so beneficial to my channel. I feel a need to spend perhaps several hours today trying to quickly find a replacement show as to not lose the momentum that he established for our community. If you know of another YouTube show, that's the backup talent. But actually, not just for backup talent, I'd like to find other channels that I could interact with in order to attract more audience to this channel. I've had great amount of exposure from Kerry Holzman's channel and Ken Stout's channel. Great exposure there. We mostly have the same participants there. But I'd love to get connected with some other channels. If anybody has an inside track on others, I have reached out to other YouTube creators and had inadequate responses. I've had some just not respond at all. I've had some respond and say, yeah, maybe we'll do that someday, and then nothing can ever come of it, or some that say, no, thank you. It's ideally of a channel that is at my number of subscribers or higher. Reaching out to channels that are lower, well, it still could be beneficial, because if those are not viewers on my channel, I'd be open to it. If you know of another YouTube channel I could redirect to that has good engagement with the audience, please let me know by reply to this post, or to do stream together, live stream together, the way Ken and I did, or do guest appearances like I do with Kerry on occasion. If you would like to participate in a farewell event for Ken. So here's how the votes are now. I think there should be a farewell event for Ken, 9%. I will help put together a farewell event for Ken, 18%. I'm not interested in a farewell event and will not even watch. Well, nobody chose that one. And then I still think this was an April Fool's Day stunt by Ken. He confessed that he voted for that one. And I like this one. I don't like polls and will not vote for this option. 9% voted for that. How many votes were there? It seems odd. It's not easy to find that. I have seen it. Where does that come up? Let's see. That's post, scheduled post. How do I close this poll? There should be a way to close that poll. If I go back to home, all right, unmute worked. How do I find how that poll, how many people voted on that poll? Wintermute says it was 11 votes. I don't know where you see that. Seems like I saw it somewhere. Well, if he didn't have to go to studio to see that. Was it available in that, on that screen? Go back to channel and community, right? Yeah. Text poll, image poll. Over here. Oh, there it is, 11 votes. Well, that's why I couldn't find it, because it was just sitting there right in front of my eyes. What a stupid place to put it. Just kidding. When you make a mistake, blame it on somebody else. It's a stupid software. It's a stupid website. It's not your fault. Doug. I'm talking to you, Doug. Let's see, where are we at? Cox did a April Fool's prank. Cox, the internet service. John Williams just left the dentist and back home. Our dentist of many decades has retired. My childhood dentist did me bad. He really messed up my teeth. I didn't know it until I was in probably my 30s. I didn't realize it. Broken teeth because of the way he did his fillings. And when he'd asked me, how does that feel? And it still felt weird to me, but I should have told him, no, I can still feel it. Because I could still feel it means I was hammering on that filling. Wound up breaking 2 of my teeth. My contour box is on the welcome screen. Belated good morning. Contour box. I don't know what that is. Zvi Minor, do you know how to restore to default screen personalized in Windows? Do you know how to restore to default screen personalized in Windows? Well, let's go see what I can figure on that. I don't want to use Windows D to get to the desktop, because then I lose the screens I have open on my other monitors. So if you go to personalize, do I know how to get back to default here? default, set everything to personalize. I'm going to say offhand, no. I don't recognize even asking the question. So let's see where. Let's see. That's where he was. So I'm going to look for. I can't scroll because of that stupid menu. So 904. Look to see if Zavi gives me the answer to that. Don't see the answer. I don't know if he's asking because he needs to know, or if he's just offering that. That's the link I put in. I love my Dell Latitude 5520. Very easy to upgrade. Good morning. Let's see. Nick Poverman, Alan Spain, John Williams. Just picking out some names I don't think I've said yet this morning. Haven't acknowledged them. Speedy C. Hi, Doug. Ken Stout, and I'm going to guess this is the link to our joint. Yes, it is. So that'll take you to that 9-minute, 20-second long video. That was fun. That was spur of the moment. Ken did not know I was going to invite him into that. We set that up on very short notice. Trying to get back to chat. Don't even know how to get back to it. Let's see. That's the link from Ken. Sorry I was late, having a Macrim Reflect backup issue. Hello from Chris. Dennis, in Spanish, emphasis is placed on the first vowel, except when there's an accented vowel. In that case, the accent gets emphasis. So, el gato or el gato. El is the word the. So, in the word cat, the first vowel would be GA, so the A would be the first vowel. The emphasis is on the first vowel. So, el gato, el gato. Except when there's an accented vowel. And I don't think there's an accented vowel in the word cat. The Spanish version of the word cat. Chris says, it's going to storm again. River is way over flooding, but it's falling. I bet it's going to go up even more now. Depends on rain upstream. Zavi Manor says, I thought you knew. Otherwise, I'd have to Google the internet for an answer. Yeah, no, I don't know the answer to that question. Do we get to it on stream? Yeah, well, the main thing I want to be doing is responding to questions and requests in chat and comments and emails. So, of course, Zavi is capable of doing it himself, but that's what I want these shows to be about, is chasing down answers to questions during live streams. So here we take a Google search. I'll paste that. I'm going to take out the question marks at the beginning. How to reset display settings to Windows 10. Press the Windows and I to open together. To open Windows setting, personalization window, go to themes. Then click on Windows 10 theme to apply it. So, minimize everything. Windows key I takes us here. Any method you get to use to get to this screen would be fine. Then themes. And you could even, let's see, I'm going to close this. I'll hit the Windows key and just type themes, because you could just go straight to it that way, I think. And then change the theme, and here, click on Windows and apply that. Did I just apply it? Yeah, it just applied, didn't it? Synced theme. Yeah, it's a one click. There's no apply button. So I was thinking I wasn't going to try to apply that while I was streaming. Did you try Alex? Hang on. Did you try Alex Kotek? I am his mod. I don't know what that means. Hope you stay safe. We used to say, God willing, and the creek don't rise. Greg M. When does Macrium free up space on destination if job X has XGB free setting? What about it if keep 4 backups when does that purge happen during the backup process? Okay, so Windows key, reflect. Where's that typing? I didn't see the words type anywhere. Try that again. Windows key, reflect. Go into Macrim reflect. Answer yes to the user account control. I don't think you saw that. Maybe you did. And if you go into a backup job, I'll go edit one of these backup jobs. Advanced settings, and I don't think it's in here. No, it was, as you click through this here, purge the oldest backup set if less than 100 gigabytes on the target volume. And it seemed to me I came across some place to do that prior, but it's, by my experience, I have, the default is like 5 gigabytes, and I typically set that to a higher number. I want to say it does that before the job, but I think there's a place in here to identify that. Compression, file size, automatic, no, not there. Auto verify, verify, no, no. Comments. Seems like there's a place where you can tell it to do the purge before the backup runs. Oh, here it is. That's it right here. Sitting in front of me. Once again, it's sitting right in front of me. What a silly place for them to put the option that I'm looking for. It's right in front of me. Run the purge before backup. If you don't have the check mark, then it's going to run that purge after the backup. Put that check mark on and runs the purge before the backup. And I think, now will that override your keep number of backups? I'm sure that it will. Haven't tested that. Haven't seen any documentation for that. But I would expect that it would do that purge, even if it means violating your retention rules. So that was for Greg M. It does not all matter how you pronounce the word. Color or color means the same thing. Is he referring to my stressing over El Gato? 11 votes for that poll. T equals mobile. T equals Neubel. Shows under question before choices. Tell me where to see the total number of votes. Again, right in front of me. It's the DVR. Let's Chris to Bobby. How did they do a prank? He's referring to that other channel. I think it's on the welcome screen. I can't watch TV, Chris. Let's see, 921. Grupal, and more Grupal. Okay. Lawn Dog, you know that word for snow that is on the verge of turning into rain. Oh, Ken Stout has a show today. I have not programmed that yet. I saying he has a show today because I watched part of his show last night, and he said he's going to have a daily Da Vinci this morning. So let's go see if that is a live or a premiere. Oops, I got to click over here. Oh, no, he doesn't have a show. No show there for Ken. All right, Ken, I'll go a little bit over time. If you get that set up, let me know. April, let's see, what do we got? Accent on the end of Panama. Although I'm probably not pronouncing that correctly in Spanish. Grupal, sleep term variously used for frozen participation. Am I slurring my words? Have I had too much to drink? I don't think it's meant to be a prank. A professional business would not do that. I must have been referring to the other channel that did a prank. Nick Poverman, Ken Stout says, actually, I said there might be a show or premiere. However, my brain is turning into snow and not functioning, so no show today. All right. I'm going to slow down and breathe a little bit more. Nick Poverman, we had a tornado touchdown in my town here in New Jersey on Saturday night. Happy to be in one piece. Chris says, I managed my sister's Spectrum. One time I put a message to prank her. She freaked out. I currently use my Microsoft Daily Wallpaper from Lawn Dog. Oh, I'm almost done. Greg M., I tried the setting and it still did not purge 2 older image files. I had to delete the manager. Oh, Greg M. Oh, that's regarding the Macro Reflect. I tried the setting. It still did not purge 2 older image files. I had to delete them manually. Oh, okay. So when you told it to delete if there wasn't a certain amount of space, it failed to purge the older images if they were set on your retention settings to keep them. Good to know, because that could cause backups to fail. Now I have some client computers that have paid versions of Macro Reflect, and with the paid version you can configure it to send you an email. So I have those configured to send me an email only when there's a failure. Although there are some that I have them scheduled to send an email for successful backups too. And I've had occasions where it sends me a failure that disk is full. And then I go in and will manually delete or change that setting, and I've typically solved the problem. So apparently I haven't looked at it in enough detail to detect that there's an issue. Oh, I know something else. I do recollect now, I have gone in and changed the number of copies to keep. I have done that. So I'm deducing that maybe I had to do that because the purge setting was not accomplishing it. So thank you for that. I think I probably have discovered that but didn't lock that in my head well enough. Maybe now I have. No show for Ken. Will you check Alex Cheek? Maybe you're doing voice dictation. Alex Cheek, is that what Kotek is supposed to be? Will you check Alex Kotek? He lives in New Jersey. Or is that another YouTube channel you're trying to tell me about? Will you check Alex Kotek? Are you trying to say Alex Cheek? And it's voice dictation that's not coming up right? Bobby says he put the link in chat. All right, then I'll do a search for Bobby. $14 of them. Here it is. Did I unmute okay? Yeah. Alex Kotek. Was this because, why did you want me to look at this? Was that a April Fool's prank? That's to his channel. Oh, are you trying to refer me to him? 34,000 subscribers. Alex Kotek, to do collaborations with him. That looks good. Let's see, videos, Cricket, T-Mobile. Looks like he does a lot of mobile stuff, which is fine. It doesn't have to be a Windows channel for me to do collaborations with. It's talk and chill. So it looks like, yeah, he does live streams. Oh, that looks like a good recommendation. I think that's what Bobby was trying to draw my attention to. It's another channel, and no, not Cheek. Okay, got it. All about cell phones. Another Alex. For my replacement. Yeah, got it. Excellent. Outstanding. Bobby, I will reach out to him. Awesome. All right, I think I'm about had it. I'll go watch some of his videos so I have some awareness of what he does, and then reach out to him. That looks like an awesome recommendation. So any other recommendations? I'm welcoming them and want to pursue. And that's also better than the other ones that I've reached out to because it's a smaller channel. It's way above my channel. It's like, what, 16 times subscribers that I have? So, but yet he's small enough that he may be open to doing a collaboration with a modest little, what are you, 2,500, somewhere around there, I think? No, 2,050. Yeah, 2,050 subscribers, somewhere around there. There's my email address if you'd like to send a question for me to respond to during a live stream, or you can put a comment on any of my videos and I'll respond to it and send you a link to the video with a time stamp of where I responded. And you can also put questions into the chat room. That's it. I'm ready to go to my next thing today. Have a great day, everybody. I hope that was useful. Catch you later. Goodbye.